to show you how to use landmark numbers to subtract. 400 minus 36 is one example. Before, what students used to do is just subtract using regrouping. 0 minus 6 you can't do, so you make it into a 10, this into a 9, this to a 3. But there's just so much confusion because they don't understand why they're doing it, and it's just based on memory and routine. So we're going to move away from that, and they've learned two different ways. One of them is using a landmark number. And a landmark number is just an easy number to work with. What we're going to be using as landmark numbers are multiples of 100. So to find the difference, we've always used the number line. And we're going to start with 36, and we need to get to 400 because they know that the difference is the distance between two numbers. So 36, the closest landmark number to 36 is 100. So we're basically just going to find the difference between 36 and 100 first. And so we can keep adding tens. 46 plus 10, 56 plus 10. 66, 76, 86, 96, and then 4. So 10, 10, and 10. And then from 100 to 400, some students already know automatically it's 300, or they can just keep adding 100 at a time, or they can just add 200. Okay, so there they found the difference. So we're just going to add it all up. 200, 300, 310, 330, 340, 350, 360, and then 4, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 64. And we just found the difference using this landmark number. Okay. Another way I taught them was just drawing pictures and using equations. And so just for the time being, I drew 4 sheets of 100. And then by subtracting 36, you actually don't need all of the 400s. They only need this 100 square to subtract 36 from it. Okay. So this here, this 300, gets left untouched. So that 300 stays in the hundreds place. And what they're actually doing is they're really just doing 100 minus 36 to find this remainder here. Okay, we can use subtracting by place. 100 minus this 30 equals 70, and then minus the 6 equals 64. So this 64 gets tackled onto that 300 that's been untouched. So that's another way of finding it. 100 is that landmark number again. Now I'm going to show you how to subtract using larger numbers where there's a hundreds place that you're subtracting from. So again, we're going to make a number line first. We'll start at 128 and we're going to end at 400. And the landmark number this time can't be 100 because 128 is greater than it. So the closest landmark number is 200. Okay, and then we can just keep adding 10s or 20s. I'm just going to keep adding 20s. 148, but we can't pass 200. 168, 188, and I'm going to add a 10, 198, and then a 2. And then from 200 to 400, I can just jump 200. So now I found the difference using this 200 as a landmark number. 200, 20, 40, 60, 72. Okay, so let me show you the other way by using the pictures of the sheets of 100. Here's 400. Now, if I'm going to subtract 128, I'm going to need this sheet of 100 for this 100 here. And then I'm going to need this sheet of 100 to subtract the 28. So the remaining sheets that are untouched is 200. So I know it's going to be 200 and something. Okay? So then my landmark number is 200 that I'm using minus 128. Just like that. And I can subtract by place. 200 minus 100 equals 100. And then minus this 28, 100 minus, or I could do 20 equals 80. And then the 8, 80 minus 8 equals 72. And this 72 fills the tens and the ones place. So that's how you use landmark numbers, using equations or using a number line. If your student isn't quite there with their number sense, a number line is easier to grasp. This was a little bit more abstract.